Oh, I thought it was gonna be juicy. Listen, I came in here to film one video and now we turned into a completely different direction. Let me explain. This whole past week, I have been thinking, how fun is it gonna be if we film another part to are the most popular book talk books worth it? We done 2 parts already. Okay, so it was like, it is time to do the 3rd part. Right? Wrong. I was so excited to do this video until I sat down here and I was like, okay, what books are we going to talk about? And then I looked at my previous 2 or 3 videos and I've literally already talked about all the most popular book talk books. So that would be very repetitive of me to make this video once again. So I had to sit here and think in my tiny little fucking brain of what we're going to talk about. And then I had an epiphany. Okay, because we have never done reading wrap-ups. And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you because me and you were friends and we're honest with each other. Today is February 18th. You will not see it until end of February. I am doing this a little bit early, but in my defense, I'm leaving to go on vacation next week and I don't think, you know, my house is like making a creaky noise and it's like falling apart. Back to the fucking point. I'm not gonna be able to read that much while I'm on vacation. And then when I come back, it's already gonna be March 1st. So I feel like it's fine if we do it now. And we're doing a January and February wrap up. And then we're gonna do my TBR for March. I think like that is the best fucking plan I have ever seen. And we have so many books to talk about because I went absolutely batshit crazy in the month of January and I read so many books. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Oh, we're 3 minutes into filming this video and my camera is at one life. Let me pull up my Goodreads account. Also, Goodreads people, like who's in charge of Goodreads? Please make this app faster. Like my Kindle is fucking faster than this and that's saying something. I don't know if I feel nice enough to bring all the books here or if I should just put the little pictures of books on the screen. You know what, like I love you, but I'm not bringing the fucking books down here. So I will be putting all the pictures on the screen here and I feel like it would be better for you so you could like really see what's going on, right? I think it's a win-win. Anyway, in the month of January, we read in total of, we read 10 books, but in my defense, some of them were really fucking thick, so do what you will with that information. Anyway, we started the year off with reading Nocticadia, which is honestly a book unlike any other books I've ever read before. First of all, it's a standalone. It's a fantasy standalone, okay? Which I've never seen a fantasy standalone before, I don't think. I feel like every fantasy book that I've read before has been part of the series. So this was a very nice change for once, right? It's kind of fantasy, but it's also kind of spooky. I think the best time to read it would be like Halloween time, fall time. It was a little bit sickening at times, that's for fucking sure. There was like bugs involved and bugs that were like eating people out from the inside out. It was a whole journey, okay? I gave this book 4 stars, but I'm gonna be honest with you, this book could have been about 100 pages shorter. Like if it was 100 pages shorter, I would have given it like 4.5, maybe even 5 stars. I absolutely loved the first 80% of this book. And then the last 20, I was like, okay, let's get this going, you know, like let's fucking move on. I do have another bone to pick with this book. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should change my rating to 3.5 stars because he never said I love you back to her. So like she said, I love you, and he didn't say that. Like, did he say a lot of nice words back? Yes, he professed his love, but he didn't say I love you, and I didn't fucking like that. And nobody's talking about it. Like, why is no one talking about it? He didn't say it. I digress. Okay, then you might not like this. Well, I personally don't like this one either. We went to the Hollow Boy series, and this is a series that is very popular on Book Talk, and a lot of people have asked me to read them, and I was like, you know what? It's a dark romance. I was like, sign me the fuck up. Yes, let's finally read them. I read book 1, The Lies We Steal, 3 stars. 3 stars. Did not like it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I honestly could even give it 2 stars, but like 3 stars, and that's me being nice. My review on Goodreads should tell you everything you need to know, and this is what it says, and I quote, "It was the most mid shit I've ever read. I did not like Alistair nor Briar. Honestly, what was this book even about, and why was it 400 pages? I stand by that." Then I read The Truths We Burn, and that was a good book. I gave it 4.5 stars. Ate that shit up, left absolutely 0 crumbs behind. I loved it. Especially coming from book 1, we got like a major upgrade there. Yes, Rook, I still love him the most. Then we had to take a pause because we were nearing towards January 21st, and you know what happened on January 21st? It was Onyx Storm's birthday and my favorite day of the year, and we had to reread the entire Fourth Wing series. Well, I had to reread them because I needed to refresh my memory, so I started reading Fourth Wing. 5 stars. Used to be 5 stars, still 5 stars. I still stand by that. Right now, Fourth Wing is my Roman Empire. Then we went into Iron Flame. Once again, 5 fucking stars, 1,000 stars, infinity stars. I don't care how many stars it gets, every star I can give it. If I could give it infinity stars, I would. That's how much I love that book. And honestly, reading these books for the second time around was even more fun than reading them the first time around, because I kind of knew what was coming, and it was so fun to read things when I already knew what was going on. And then we obviously read Onyx Storm. Guys, listen, the best book of the year, period. Unless Rebecca gives me another book this year, I don't know how anything could beat it. Literally 7 stars. I am so flabbergasted by that book. I was obsessed. I am still obsessed. There's no better book out there than Onyx Storm. It was everything I have ever wanted from a book and more. I started reading it at 8 a.m. the day that it came out, and I finished reading it at around 1 a.m. the same day that it came out. Or I guess like the following day. A lot of people ask me if Onyx Storm is worth it, and I see a lot of TikToks about it, and I'll tell you that this book is worth more than Your Firstborn. The most worth it book out of all the books out there. And that's all I have to say. If you're still contemplating on reading the series, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Please get up and read them, because like what... You know what I mean? Okay, then after Onyx Storm, it went uphill. Okay, it went uphill, but it only went uphill because Bestie Larry and Bestie Mariana stepped in and helped me out, okay? Anyway, we read Phantasma. I gave it 4.5 stars. And listen, I went through 10 stages of grief during this book, because at first I was like, okay, kind of 5-star book, but I was like, after Onyx Storm, I don't give a fuck how good you are. I can't give you 5 stars. So we kind of started with 4 stars already. And then it got really good. So I was like, okay, thank God. Then we get to about like 70% and I'm like, ooh, I'm fucking bored. Like, this book is so boring. We went to like 3.5 stars. And then the main character, the FMC, she did something really fucked that I didn't like. And then I was like, 2 stars. Like, I just knocked down so many stars for what you did. I don't want to spoil it for you, but she did something that I did not fucking like. But then at the end of the book, I cried. And I was like, wait, what? The ending flabbergasted the living shit out of me. And I was like, okay, yeah, I have to give it 4.5 stars. But that's just like a rule. If I cry over a book, I have to give it a good rating. Then we went back to the Hollow Boy series and I read The Blood We Crave, Part 1. Literally the dumbest fucking book I've ever read. So I gave it 3.5 stars, but I'm actually gonna go back. So this is a rating that I will change, because the longer I sit on this book, the less I like it. I'm going back and I am giving it 2 stars. 3.5 stars is just too high for the damn book. I literally hated, what were their names? I already forgot their names. That's how much I fucking hated them. Thatcher and Lyra. I think her name is Lyra. We'll go with Lyra. If it's not, this is gonna be really awkward. But anyway, I hated both of them. Lyra reminded me of like a little fucking rat, and Thatcher was just like not it for me. Did not like him. Thatcher's like everyone's favorite guy out of the whole series, and I'm sorry, he's not mine. He's not my favorite. Like Rook is still my favorite. Thatcher, no. Didn't understand why we needed part 1 and part 2. I kind of DNF'd the series, unfortunately, at this point, because this book barely got through it. I don't even want to read part 2. I do want to read the last book, but I'm probably not ever gonna read it because I DNF'd the series. Okay, to finish off the month, I read 3 books within 2 days. I did, and they were the best dark mafia romance books I have ever read. We have The Sinner's Anonymous. Book 1 was Sinner Anonymous, 4.5 stars, and my Goodreads reviews says yes. Period. Because yes, that's exactly how I feel. Sinners Consumed and Sinners Condemned is a story. It's like a part 1, part 2 situation. It's a story about the same couple. Sinners Consumed was 5 stars and Sinners Condemned was 4.5 stars. I mean, the entire series absolutely devoured. Book 2 is my favorite one, but then book 3 was also really good. Like, if you have seen my TikToks about these books, you know. Okay, that was all the books that we read for the month of January. Now going into February, I decided to go back to my roots, and why is this happening? Is there a ghost? Hello? So far we are in the middle of February, but I'm definitely way slower with reading this month for some reason. It's probably because I read literally 2 shitty books kind of back to back. Anyway, where was I? I lost my train of thought. We started the month of February with a fantasy. Mariana recommended me this book series, and it is Gods and Monsters series. Only 3 books out of 7 are out right now, and we started with the Book of Azrael, which you already knew, like I already knew that if Mariana said it was good, it was gonna be good. For some reason, the rating for this book is missing, and I'm pretty sure I gave it 4.5 stars. And then book 2, The Throne of Broken Gods, 6 stars. 6 fucking stars. No book has ever made me sob quite like that one. I don't know what happened to me, but it was really bad. I was crying so hard at the end. Like, I literally went to bed with a headache after that book. And then my current read is the 3rd book, which is The Dawn of the Cursed Queen. I think that's how it goes. But I'm reading it right now, and I will be finishing it, I think, tonight. But I already know my rating for it. It's gonna be probably 4.5 stars. Because book 2 is still my favorite, and I don't know if book 3 is quite 5-star read for me yet. It could be. But I think as of now it's 4.5. This month I also read the most popular book talk book as of now, which is Deep End by Ollie Hazelwood. How do I put this lightly? It was one of the worst books I've ever read. I'm not a big fan of Emily Henry, and I feel like Emily Henry and Ollie Hazelwood, they write in the same kind of style, and I absolutely hate that. I've only ever read one other book by Ollie Hazelwood, and it was Love Hypothesis, and I didn't mind it, but I feel like I'm still getting out of my Onyx Storm slump, so I feel like if I would have read it now, I would have absolutely hated it. But Deep End was something that there was no chemistry. There was a weird love triangle that was present throughout the whole book that I did not fuck with at all. And Lucas was like the most mid book boyfriend ever. And everybody says that, oh, they're in college, this is how it works because it involves like BDSM and stuff. I get it, but I still didn't like it. 1 star. I actually changed my entire book rating on Goodreads just so I could give that book 1 stars, because before I had 1 stars, it was only for books that I DNF'd. And now with my new rating system, this book gets 1 star. We also read The Inmate by Frida McFadden. This is my 2nd ever Frida McFadden book. And listen, was it interesting? Yes, it was. Frida McFadden writes amazing books. Or I think I only read 1 other book. But like, the ending and the plot twist, like it plot twisted, but it didn't have my jaw floored. The other book that I read by her was Never Lie, and that book had me floored. Flabbergasted. I was shocked at the end. This one I was like, oh, cool. Sure. The epilogue was kind of sus. I was like, oh, okay, got it. Close the book, 3 stars. I will be reading one more book while I'm on vacation, and I think I'm gonna start the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy because I only read The Deal and I did enjoy it, but then I kind of stopped reading the whole series because I thought it was gonna be like very repetitive, but apparently it's a good series. So we will be finishing those, and during my vacation I'm probably just gonna read like one book in total. Now let's talk about our March TBR. I'm actually kind of excited about it because we have a lot of random books that are hopefully going to be good fluffy romances, because this is what the vibe for March is. First, like I said, I already read The Deal, and then we have The Mistake, The Score, The Goal, The Legacy, and guess what? We have all of them here. So I'm hoping I'm gonna like these enough to read all 4 in the month of March. Hello. So this is me editing right now, and I do have some news for you about those books. I did not indeed like them enough to read the whole series in the month of March because I read The Mistake. I did enjoy it. I gave it 4 stars, and then I read The Score, and I did not enjoy it, and I think we need to keep that one a secret because Dean from The Score is a very popular MMC over on Book Talk, and that book got a 3 stars from me. Okay, anyway, bye now. Okay, next, I'm really excited about this one, but I feel like I have to be in a specific mood to read it. We have Nothing Like the Movies, which is the second book to Better Than the Movies, and Better Than the Movies took me by a very big surprise. I thought I was gonna hate it, and I actually ended up giving it 4 stars, and I absolutely loved it. And this is the second one to that one. I actually have no idea what this is about. Are they like interconnected standalones, or is this a continuation? Because I don't remember anything that happened in the first book. Let's read the back. Wes got his dream girl, and then he lost her. Right as they were about to set off to college together, tragedy struck and the two split up in the fallout. Wes is determined to do anything to make Liz fall back in love with him, and luckily he has a foolproof plan to win her over with rom-com worthy swoon. But with Liz spending more time with a new guy friend, can Wes prove he's the hero of the story? A second chance at a happily ever after in the sequel to global bestseller Better Than the Movies that will sweep you off the feet. Hold on, is it a continuation story? Because that is going to be a problem. Oh no. This is the continuation of their story. Okay, I might have to like refresh my memory on what happened in Better Than the Movies, and then we'll read this. I thought this was just like a interconnected standalone type thing. I'll have to get back to this one, maybe not in March. Then I want to finally read Lucy Score, No More Secrets. This has been on my TBR for so long, and honestly everything that I've read from Lucy Score I've loved. The only thing that has stopped me from reading this book is that it is told in a third point of view, but I do love the way she writes, so like this could be good, especially because this is like a small town romance, and I feel like it's going to be a very short and fun read. This one has been on my TBR for quite some time as well. We have Blind Side by Candy Steiner. This is like a very popular book talk book, or at least it used to be, and this is a college romance as well, I believe. I don't know what it's about, but it looks fun, and everybody seems to absolutely love it. And then I do fear this is going to be a painful read. We have Chasing Love by Kat T. Mason. I've already read the back of this, and it's giving messy. It's giving Messy the House, because I'm pretty sure she is engaged to somebody else and he is her first love, and he's gonna like try to win her over while she's like literally about to marry somebody else. Here, this is gonna be a messy one, and I fear that's why I will eat that shit up and leave 0 crumbs behind. Out of all the books I showed you, this one I have the most hope for. And then just when you thought that was it, I have a couple of books that are coming today from Amazon. Oh wait, they got delivered. They're already here. Let me go grab them, and then we can unbox them together. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Not that you can. Okay, I'm back we have the books here. Let's open them because I kind of want to read these very soon too. And I actually got one of these for like as one of my like vacation reads. Okay, well, neither of these are my vacation reads, but we have the third book in the Butcher and Blackbird series. This is Scythe and Sparrow. I loved book 1, did not like book 2. So we have medium hopes for book 3. The trigger warnings are always so funny. As much as Scythe and Sparrow is a dark romantic comedy and will hopefully make you laugh through the madness, it's still dark. Please read responsibly. If you have any questions about this list, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Eyeballs. Again, if it's any consolation, I don't know why I keep writing them into my books because eyeball shit freaks me the fuck out. Also eyelids. Yep, we're there now. I'm not sure as I really ruin cotton candy as much as maybe just defile it. Possibly sausage and or hot dogs. Ill-advised use of staple guns. Are drug-addicted raccoons a trigger? Debatable. Clowns. Sexy clowns. Medical trauma, including serious injury, ambulances, open fracture, puncture wounds, blood loss, hospitals, and surgical recovery. Impaling, not the sexy kind, but okay, that too. Numerous weapons and sharp objects, including knives, guns, baseball bats, metal hooks, and edge beveler. I don't even know what that means. You should be used to these by now. This next one we cannot read on YouTube. And then I also picked up In the Likely Event by Rebecca Yarros. Listen, can somebody tell me if this book's gonna absolutely destroy me and make me cry? Because I don't know what this book is about. Let's read the back. Is it a second chance if you never had a first? Huh? When Izzy Astor gets on a plane to go home, she isn't expecting much. It's her usual holiday travel experience, busy, crowded, stressful. Then she spots her seatmate, who is anything but ordinary. Nate, dark hair, blue eyes, and deliciously rugged charm that Izzy can resist. Their connection is undeniable. Izzy never believed in destiny before, but she does now. Just 90 seconds after takeoff, their plane goes down in Missouri River. Their lives change. They change. Nate goes on to a career in the military while Izzy finds her way into politics. Despite a few chance encounters over the years, the timing never feels right. Then comes a high-stake reunion in Afghanistan where Nate is tasked with protecting Izzy's life. He'll do anything to keep her safe and everything to win her heart. I have no idea what just happened and how Afghanistan made it in there, and I'm guessing they survived the crash. Zero clue what I just read. Okay, this one, The Path to Loving Him by Megan Quinn. What does one do when they completely blow an interview? If you're me, you pick a one-night stand with the most gorgeous man you've ever seen. That's right. After a lousy interview that could have changed everything for me, I headed over to a local small-town bar to sulk when one man I shouldn't want walked in. And when my friend convinced me to take him back to my hotel room, I didn't think about it. I just did it. Well, I did him. Great. I love this. It was an unforgettable night, but I didn't stay for breakfast. Instead, I got out there and tried to not think about him again. Everything was fine until I received a call from an interviewer saying I got the job as an assistant baseball coach at Almond Bay High. I'd be working directly under the one and only Ryland Rowley, my one-night stand. Now, I'm not only working with him, but renting the apartment above his garage, and I have to deal with the fact that he's the man I dream about and I can't have, while not letting the attraction get in the way of keeping the harmony between us. I am actually excited to read this. And then we have this, I also picked up this dark mafia romance. This is When She Unravels by Gabrielle Sense. It had really good reviews on Amazon and it is part of the series, and I'm looking for a good dark mafia romance, and this might just be it. I also picked up these series. We still have one more book coming. I, by the way, love the covers of this, and the third book is green, which matches the aesthetic of these very well. I've heard a lot of good things about Face Off. I haven't heard anything about Power Play, but I read like the back of both before I ordered them, and they're both like Grumpy X Sunshine or something like that. I feel like I will eat these up and leave 0 crumbs behind. I also have not read a hockey romance in quite some time. Shut up. So I opened Face Off and literally the first sentence says, I've been around a lot of penises in my life, but the one 6 inches away from my face is the last one I ever wanted to see. Yes, I already like this one. Okay, I feel like our March TBR has turned into our March and April TBR, but that's fine. We have a lot of books to read and that's all that counts. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, don't forget to follow me on my book talk for all the book reviews to the books mentioned previously, and don't forget to follow me on my Instagram for more day-to-day life, and let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see from me on booktube, because I do fear I might be running out of ideas. And please don't say reading vlogs, because I've actually realized that I'm not the biggest fan of reading vlogs. Like, I feel like you guys don't really like reading vlogs. I can say that because they don't perform as well as other videos on my page, and also reading vlogs are so annoying to do. I feel like they make me not want to ever read, because like if I enjoy a book a lot, I have to like remember to film reactions for you, and then it kind of takes away from the reading. So no reading vlogs as of now, but let me know what other videos you guys want to see. That's it for today. Happy reading and I love you. Bye. Now I have to go and find place for all of these books.